Floss Tube. Welcome to my channel, Stitching is Elementary. My name is Carolee, and this is the beginning of my WIP parade, part one. There's going to be 3 parts because I have a lot of WIPs. So today, so in this one, we're going to go over how I've organized all my WIPs and how I'm going to keep track of everything. And then we're going to do, so I had asked on Instagram, I had done a poll, which let me see, I never saw what it finished out at, but what would you prefer, like to see all the same WIPs together, or would you prefer like a mixture? And I was actually surprised at the results last time I looked at it. Let me look now. Okay, yeah, so it ended up 72% same categories together and 28% all mixed up. So I thought you'd want it all mixed up. So I'm doing a mixture. I mean, I'm going to do, so I had posted a picture. I have 9 bins of WIPs, and they're by season and kind. Okay, so this is all my spring. So I'm gonna do all the same bin, but I'm gonna do 3 bins in each video. So it's gonna be about 60 WIPs-ish. We'll talk about that in a second. So today we're gonna do spring, reproduction samplers, and summer. Summer doesn't have as much. And spring is not just theme spring, it's like birds and bees and that kind of stuff too. I put in with spring because I don't have as many spring. So I should make you all guess. So if I have 9 bins of these, how many WIPs do you think I have? Oh my gosh, no self-control. We're gonna get a hold of it this year. I watch people and they're like, yeah, I have 40 WIPs, it's so bad. Or I have 80 WIPs. I'm like, oh. Okay, so I got the book of days and I wrote all my WIPs. So I have, before New Year's Eve, I had 123 WIPs. And some of them like have a stitch in them and that's it. And some are almost done. So more just have a stitch though, than they're almost done. And then I started one new one right here in January for winter. And I started the 12. Oh no, I didn't count that one. Okay, so I started, well, I haven't totally started 12 yet. I've only started 10. I have 2 more to technically start for my New Year's Eve. That was hard to start 12 big ones because I didn't want to stop stitching on them. It looked like so little stitching after an hour. But anyway, I still have real comfort to, I mean, it's technically started, but to put an hour in on, and the Primrose Bees. But then that'll be 12. So if you do 123 plus 12, it's 135. So I will have 135 WIPs. Plus, I'm going to start stuff in January. Probably. I'm going to try to just work on all my snowy WIPs. But I mean, I already started one new thing. And I'm thinking about starting some snowman ornaments. So it is what it is. I've had people that don't stitch, especially say to me, oh my gosh, that would make me such a nervous wreck. It's my hobby. Yes, I'm excessive. Yes, I spend too much. But like everything I started on New Year's Eve, I had pretty much. Like a few of them I had to get fabric or I had to get floss for, but most of them I had. So, you know, it is what it is. I need a t-shirt that says that. But I have a plan. So they're all written in here and I'll cross them off as I finish. My goal is to get down to under 100. So that's my goal. This year, by the end of next year. So we'll see if I can get there. And then what I'm going to do is right here, I think the Hugo Stitcher did something like this. This is where I got the idea list. I'm going to write everything I start this month. Yeah, so that is my plan. So every month I'll just write what I start. Hopefully by the end of the year, even with starts, I can get under 100. We'll see. And I went through all these. I think I'm going to keep these all as WIPs. I'm not going to put any away. Some of my patriotic ones I'm just not sure of. I'm struggling with the patriotic stuff. So we'll talk about that when we get to summer. But yeah, I like them. But yeah, anyway. I need my protein drink for this. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, I didn't even say what today was. Today is Friday, January 2nd. So I'll have one today, one tomorrow that comes out, and one probably Sunday that comes out is my plan. And get them all done this weekend. and then I can try to get these WIPs done. So we're going to do, like I said, spring reproduction samplers and summer today. Tomorrow, I think we're going to do Halloween, fall, and samplers. And then the last day will end with like what I'm doing right now. So Christmas, everyday stuff, and winter. And that'll lead, and my New Year's Eve stuff. And that'll lead me into plans for the beginning of the year here. All right, let's get started. So I have put them all in these bags. I've taken them out of my regular project bags because they just fit better in these bins that way. And then I'll either just stitch from this or I'll pull a regular project bag for the, you know, however many days I'm going to work on it. And then when I put it back in here, I'll just put it back in one of these. That's my plan. They just fit better. I may just end up just using these. And then I got my friend Cheryl. When I posted my picture of my WIP, she was like, ooh, and one more thing. I had those little white tags with the silver on them. Cheryl, I had already ordered them. So they're here. So that's the last thing I need to do is go through and put these on each of my little zippers so I can quick look and see what's in there. And then everything will be organized. Okay, so let's get started. This is going to be in no particular order. I'm just grabbing them out of the bin. And they're going to be wrinkly. Oh, okay, so this one's Spring Moon. I would like to do all the moons. Here it is. But this is the first one I've started by Plum Street. I do not know I'm probably not going to know what a lot of these are on. When I go to put those tags on, I may try to look through and figure it out. Called for is baked clay. This actually might be like baked clay, 36 count. And I am doing similar to called for floss. I think I pulled from my stash stuff that was similar. So here it's mostly color and cotton. Maybe I did a color and cotton conversion. I don't know, color and cotton DMC. I love color and cotton. I joined their Fabric of the Month Club, the color and the neutral, because I haven't been in one for a while for this year. I thought that'll be fun. So the first installment is coming. So, oh, I love those blues. So pretty. I'd love to use this palette for lots of things. And all I have done is this little moon. I keep needing to work on this on every full moon. It'd be like my full moon project. But I haven't yet. So, Spring Moon. I'm going to try not to say I love it and I want to work on it more for everyone, because obviously I do. Oh, and this one has 2 in it. How'd that happen? That's not fair. Or 3. Yeesh. All right, I need more bags apparently. I didn't know I did that. Okay, well, the first one, I started this one. It still has a needle attached to it ages and ages ago. And when I first started stitching, and it was just honestly too hard. I was struggling with it. So then I went back last spring and I ripped out a bunch and fixed everything that was wrong. And now I'm back on track. I think these are the flosses. Okay, so I think I just did I pulled similar to called for this. It is Hands On Design, Priscilla Blaine's Hip Hop Chock Full. And this is when Hands On Design was charting her charts. Now she does her own, as you all know, I'm sure. Little pillows cute too. I would like to get this done for this spring because this has been going way too long. But here we are. Here's the floss. Just like I said, pulled from my stash. And that's what I've done. And I had a bunch of this wrong when I pulled it back out. So I pulled everything out, fixed it, and now I think we're on the right track. This is 28 count weeks. It's their gray. I forget the name of it. But yeah, gingham. I think it's really cute on there. I love the bright colors with this one. Dull grayish color. And then for some reason, I have spring berries in here. I don't think I've started these spring berries, but they're in here. But I don't see them stitched anywhere, so I don't know. Okay. This one is very wrinkly. Excuse it. Uh-oh. And this one doesn't have the floss in it. Okay, well, this is Egg Collector by Teresa Kogut. Ooh, and I'm realizing this is a PDF, so I can go put it into Markup XP, so that's cool. And I'm doing what they're called for DMC, which I don't have here, but you can see it. I have a good bit done of this. Sorry for all the wrinkles. I think this is so cute. I love the prim colors. But I have to find them. Where's my floss for this? That's not good. I have a place where I keep like floss that I'm done with that project and I put in a bin and eventually I put it all away. I'm wondering if I put it in there. So apparently I need to go through these bags a little bit more. It was a lot. I was working on doing that and organizing all my DMC and writing everything down. So that's okay. We'll get to it. And I'll find them in another bag. This one's pretty. Okay, so this one I had started with Happy Little Stitch Shop, had a stitch along with her and Lori Holt. This is the Prairie Schooler Garden sampler, and we started with this, I think it's called the Garden Gate sampler. And I'm using, Lori did a conversion, and I believe that's what I'm using. And I'm doing this on a 32 count, I think it's called Dirty Penny. And I got it from, is there a store called Fire Poppies? Yeah, when they were open. And I've never been able to find it again anywhere else, so I'm wondering if I have the name right. But anyway, here's the DMC. Lovely organized. They're maybe about half done. Let's see. Maybe a third done. Really pretty colors. I love that. I wish I could get more of this because I would stitch so much on it. In fact, I would stitch these snowman ornaments I want to do. Stitching with the Housewives, some cute snowman roundabouts. And I want to stitch them on actually, I think, a smaller count to get them a little bit smaller. But because they're so big to hang on a tree, really. They're cute, but they're just heavy. So anyway, I haven't worked on this one in a long time. And I'm finding needles in all these projects. So now I know where all my needles went. I hope you all had a great holiday season and New Year's and all of that. We had a really nice time. My kids were all, well, my son flew in from California and stayed for a week. And my other son flew in from Houston and stayed for just a couple days right over Christmas. So that was really nice. And of course my girls then were over. And I go to bed early. So there were so many nights lately that I've been up till like 11:30, 12 o'clock, which is so not like me. And my dog is not happy. She's like, come on, let's go to bed. A couple nights she just walked the stairs and looked at me. So it was cute. But it was really fun. Now they're all gone. Well, the girls live here, but Isaac flew back yesterday. Isaac left the day after Christmas. And yeah. But it is nice to kind of have the quiet house back as well. Have things be a little calmer, and I can go to bed at my normal time now. Today is my last day of Christmas holiday, and then I go back to school on Monday. Okay, I love this one. I also really want to finish this one. So this is the Blue Flower Tudor Bee. And I love the colors it's in. It would be great for Valentine's Day, but I changed them to blues, of course. And I just pulled, it looked like I did all blue DMCs. Yeah. So I kept any DMCs that were not red or pink, like the yellows and the greens. I kept all those, and then I just looked at the red and pinks and converted them to blues, if that makes sense. And there's a needle in this one too, and thread. I do have the whole center bee done, which is nice. So there is my progress on that. Here are all my flosses. Oh, so pretty. I just love blue. I know you're probably very sick of hearing me say that, but it just makes me feel good. closer. So yeah, so pretty. Oh, I love that one. I'm excited for spring stitching. Yesterday, Cotton and Twine, I belong to their subscription Cotton Twine box, subscription box, but I don't get the box, I just get the PDF. And they came out with a really springy one. I think it's by Stitcherovia, Emma Cotton, is that? I think that's who it's by. It's really, really pretty. So I was excited for that. So basically the whole bee is done. I just have to do just this outside border and all of this out here. But yeah. Oh, it was so cute. So if you follow me on Instagram on New Year's Eve, so my son last time he was home. Okay, so my son is 31. I'm losing track. I think he just turned 31. Yeah, because my oldest daughter just turned 33. Okay, so he has a lot of anxiety and has a really high stress job. He's an aerospace engineer. He works for Virgin Galactic, and he works on building ships, and he creates all kinds of. He's good at like making programs, like he creates them from scratch, programming, I guess. But it's a high stress job, and he lives out in California by himself, really. And anyway, so we were trying to find something that wasn't techie to help him with his anxiety. And so he asked me to try cross stitch. Now he didn't want to follow any patterns. He is just doing his own thing. So he had started it and he was doing really well. I was like, wow, he picked it up quick compared to my kids. And I'm like, well, he does build rockets for a living. But then he came out with Christmas and apparently he hasn't done anything since then. So he brought it with him and he wanted to do it again. Well, he was making like pluses, I think, instead of X's. We still haven't totally figured it out. And he's doing it on black fabric. And he's doing it on 25 count, but, over 2. With just bright color DMCs because he loves, like, rainbow bright colors. And anyhow, so he's like, does this look right? I'm like, it looks funny. So we're going over. So my daughter took all these pictures of us, like, going over it. And that was right around 8 o'clock on New Year's Eve. And I'm like, he needed my lights. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do any more of my 12 by 12, and I was tired anyway. I was just done. So she took all these pictures and I just posted a funny post, okay, 12 by 12 is over because Isaac stole my light. Oh my gosh, thank you so much to all of you. So many people left such incredibly sweet comments. And just know, he may not even do it anymore. He needs that light at home. And I told him you should order it. He's like, we'll see. So he may not do it till he comes home again, and he may never do it again, or he might, I don't know. I hope he does because I feel like it's, really relaxing. But so yeah, so it was really cute, and he was doing a good job, and he did more later, he said. So hopefully he will do it at home, but who knows? He may never pick it up again. My girls, the youngest one definitely keeps saying, no, I can't do it. She likes embroidery, but it just takes too long for her. She doesn't have an attention span. And my older one never wanted to, but now that she's seen those Shannon Christine Nutcracker, she wants to do those. And there's so many things she wants. I'm like, Greta, I can't stitch them all for you. You should start stitching, I keep telling her. So she's like, well, maybe show me, but we'll see. Okay. Sorry for that side note. Okay, this is an old pattern. You might be able to still find it online. I didn't check. It's Feed the Birds by the Needle Love Company. I had found it, in the secondary market. And I kind of decorate my family room with bird kind of stuff because we have so many birds here in the backyard. And so I thought that would be cute in my family room. Okay. I do not know what this is on. It's like a grayish color fabric. I don't even know. I'm guessing 32 count. Although it kind of looks like one strand, so this might be 36. I think I could do strand. I'm getting back into 2 strands again. I think I'm only going to really do 1 strand for like my samplers. I like it for that, but everything else I'm seeming to want 2. So who knows, this might get switched to 2. But it looks like 1 strand. So this one I started with Feed the Birds. So that's the one I'm doing. It's with similar to Call For. It looks like I'm using a bunch of Victorian Motto flosses. Long, long ago I was in her club, and a little bit of DMC. So here are all the flosses. We kind of got some back on the thing. And I just have a little bit done on this. I'm going to move this a little bit. I just feel like I'm angling my body weird. Okay, that's better. Got the little cardinal in. I love this time of year because, like I always say, we live in the woods. And so all the trees are like sticks basically now. And you just see dots of red all over because there's so many cardinals. So yeah, this one's cute. The spring ones I haven't looked at in so long that I'm like really wanting to work on them. So I want to say, ooh, I want to work on this one. Probably the Halloween and Christmas I'll be like, nah, I'm done for now. But spring is fun. Closer. Yeah, I'm thinking I might like 2 strands. I don't know, I'll have to go back and try. So if you have done a little bit in 1 strand and you decide you want 2 strands, do you just go over top of what you already have, like do another strand over top of all this, or do you rip it out and redo it? I usually just go back with another strand. I feel like you can't even really tell. Or maybe you never do that. Okay, so this one isn't technically spring, but it's springy. So this is Flea Market Baskets by Lori Holt. And I believe I'm changing all this little tan color to gray. So all the browns I think I changed to gray. I don't have much done at all, but I'm going to stitch them in gray when I do it. Because it matches my house better. And I don't even know what I have done on this. I have not looked at this one in ages. So this looks like it's like nothing. I have nothing done. Okay. This looks like it might be, is this either 32 count? I think this is 32 count. Yeah, I think so. I don't know what it's called for. Well, it gives you all of it. It's definitely not 25. I don't think it's 20. I think it's 32. Okay. And I do not have my floss on floss drops or bags. I lost my floss away bags. They're here somewhere, but all those new starts I did for New Year's, they're all still just skeins like this because I can't find them. So I need to really look around today. I know they're right here somewhere, but I just have to find them. All right, I'm going to organize this real quick so I can show you. So it's all the called for floss, except I changed the browns to grays. And I have one teeny little gray flower, not even completely done, half started. So I need to work on this one. All right, let's see if I can do this. Oh, okay, so there, see, I changed the browns to these grays. There we go. And there's my teeny little pathetic start. Matches my nails, so. So yeah. I need to give that a good 3 days. Get some progress on that one. I think the gray is going to be pretty. And then I have a companion piece. I think this is Flea Market Basket, so Flea Market Flowers. And I think I was going to do the same thing. We'll have to see. I don't know. Maybe there's not even brown in that one. I can't remember. But it's next, I think. I wish these bags were just a teeny bit deeper, because when there's a bag, like the pattern's in a bag, I have a hard time fitting it in. It's just a teeny bit too small. All right, yeah, so next one is Flea Market Flowers. I don't know if I was going to change the brown, but now I think I'm going to change the brown to gray. Yeah, no, I have it all with the brown. I don't know, we'll see. It is like it goes with gray fine. So all these in here, but then I'd have gray flowers. That's probably why I didn't. But I mean, you don't have brown flowers either, so maybe it doesn't matter. All those centers of like, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I have to think about that. And I do not have much done on this. So this is all, so this is on 25 count, I think. Or maybe 28. No, I guess this is 28 count white. I think it's probably 28 count cloud, maybe. with all the called for DMC. I don't know. Like these browns like have a grayish tone to them, so they would go with the gray, but I might want to change it, which means I'd have to just change this one border. But almost when you look at it, that lighter brown looks kind of grayish. So I'll have to put it next to the gray floss and think about it. But here is my progress. Not much. Pretty flosses. Yeah, but I think when those two are done, hanging those up together would look really pretty. So I started all these things, but I'm going to see how long can I go without a start. Well, caveat, besides winter stuff. Really even that though. I mean, I'm going to start some new winter things, but yeah, I should make myself like I have to finish this before I can start this. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, this is a little one, so it should be done. This is Zinnia Seeds by Stitching with the Housewives. I had a plan to make all the seed packets, which I'd still like to do, make them into little pillows. And this is, I think, the second one I started. I think I have finished one of them. I don't remember which one though. So yeah, so I have all this fabric in here that I'm doing this on. This is, oh yay, there's a tag. Fiber on a Whim 28 count parchment. So that's what all of it's on. But that's my extra. And is this 24? Let me see. Licorice red. No. I toned this down apparently. Instead of ribbon red, I'm using licorice red and persimmon and queen. Okay, most of it. I just changed the licorice red to, or I changed the ribbon red to licorice red, so it's not like a bright red for whatever reason. So once again, this is what it would look like. Every summer, my husband grows tons of zinnia seeds. So I thought that was nice to do. He is very into gardening. I like to have the garden. I'm not as good as he is about gardening though. So there we go. Not much done. Carolee, you need to stick with a project and not start all the new ones. I mean, I don't care that I have this many WIPs, but I do care too. Because I'm like, oh, it just to me is a lack of self-control. So if you have a more positive spin on it, let me know. But I'm sure you agree with me. Total lack of self-control. All right, let's see. This one I'm wondering if it's actually started. I had some kitted ones in here that actually I hadn't started. Yeah, no, I haven't even started this one. So this is not a WIP, so I have one less WIP, but I am going to start it. I think I just started the summer one, and I had them all together, and then I separated them into all the seasons. So I put all the spring, the summer, and the winter, but I think the summer is the only one I've actually started. I finished the fall one, but I have to do all the other seasons. And the quilty one and the cross stitch one too, I think. I love these, which you wouldn't know, but I do have it, the fall. So, okay, so I have one less WIP. That's actually not even started, which means I'm going to take it out and put it in my kitted bag and put these ones back here that I didn't have a bag for in it. Okay, next. Oh, look at that. I already have less WIPs. Not for long. Okay, this is Mary Amelia's Bird by Quaint Rose Needlehearts. This has a lot of confetti-ish type stitching on it, so that's, I really do want it done, but that's, I don't enjoy. Although, I didn't enjoy confetti stitching. I'm really trying, like I said in my last video, to think differently about my cross stitch, to really enjoy the process more and not be so worried about, you know, getting everything done. Which is not going to help my WIP count, but here we go. So this is the called for DMC. And I know I did called for because with all that confetti, I wouldn't want to try to change any colors. And I think they're really pretty. It's messy, but here it all is. I love this pink. I do not know what this is on. I bet it's a fiber on a whim of some sort. It's a more golden hue. Yeah, it is fiber on the whim because there's a staple mark, but I took the tag off apparently. Not in here, is it? Yeah. And these are my floss drops. You know, back when everybody was exchanging floss drops, I had these made. It's just DMC. I am out of these. I may order more. We'll see. But somebody had just asked me recently where I got these done. So they're Vistaprint and they're their business card, and they're just a really nice heavy weight. I really like them. And you got like hundreds of them, and they weren't very expensive. So this image I think I found on Etsy, and I just uploaded it to Vistaprint. It was like a free image because I'm stitching as elementary. I like the vintage school print. So yeah. So if you ever want to make your own floss drops, going through Vistaprint is really nice. Okay. So this wasn't too bad of a start. Here's my progress. He's really pretty. So that definitely needs to go on the bookcases in my family room. So I want to get him done. I'm really focused on doing all the birds for my bookcases. And if that's a PDF, I can put it in Markup XP. I've been battling with Markup XP. Some things like Tiny Modernist goes in beautifully to Markup XP. I don't have to do anything to it. But certain ones go in and all the grid is not lined up right. And I have figured out how to kind of adjust the grid, but it doesn't always work just right. So if you know about it, leave me a comment, of how to make the grid just right. But I think it just takes finagling. And they have, Markup XP has a bunch of videos. They're not super involved videos, but they do go over each topic. So I watched a little bit and it did help me with adjusting the grid. But I haven't watched all the rest, so I need to watch those because I really enjoy using it. I just love seeing my stats. I think it's so fun. And I've always been like that in school. The kids test and we study their data and we try to see like where their weak points are, all that kind of stuff. And I love that. I'm weird. Okay. Ooh, I love St. Patrick's Day stitching. Tell me in the comments below, do you like it or you like I don't care at all? My husband, when we met, didn't even know when St. Patrick's Day was. I do love all things Irish and Celtic. But I just love the colors too. I love the green and the rainbow and the bright colors. I think it's really fun. So this is on Fiber on a Whim Old Gold. And I'm going to do a lot of St. Patrick's Day on this. I think it's fun, the old gold with all the greens and bright colors. I'm trying to see how I started this one. Okay, so let me tell you what it is. It is Waxing Moon Design St. Patrick's Day House Trio. And I really want to do all of these. But I need to finish this one first. And then I got to figure out how I'm going to display them. I thought I had a plan, but I don't know that it's going to work out the way I thought. So this is what, 28 count, yeah. I think this is the right way. I started with, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I started with this first house here. I love green and pink together. I think that's part of why I love this so much. That greenhouse with that pink Torah. I love green and pink. I was in a sorority in college. I was a Delta Gamma. Are there any Delta Gammas out there? And we were blue, pink, and like yellow. But there's Delta Zetas who are green and pink. And I wanted to be a Delta Zeta just because I love the colors. But it's funny. So yeah. That's what I always think of when I think of green and pink. All right, so not much done on this one. Kind of the same amount on all of them. I need to do better. But it's going to be so pretty on this old gold. I really like that. And this is all the called for floss. Weeks Dye Works. I love Weeks. Color and Cotton and Weeks I think are my favorite. I love that Color and Cotton comes with so much on a skein. I love just the sheen of Weeks. It's just kind of shinier, I feel like, than the other ones. And the colors, I just love their colors. Yeah, they're really pretty. So, Oh, we're down to a few more. There's 2 in that bag, so 3 more. Okay, oh, this one is Jelly Bean Jubilee, and I've just been stitching these whenever I can. I have some done, but not the whole book, which is kind of how with all Brenda Gervais books, I just, kind of stitch them a little here and a little there. And all right, this floss is a hot mess. It is not organized at all. Sorry. All right, and I have like all these different colors of fabric in here. Okay, well, I don't have the ones that I've finished in here. So apparently I just started. Okay, so I know I have finished this one and this one, and I just started this one. I don't know what I did them on because I have 2 Vintage Country Mochas in here in different counts, but this is not that. This almost looks like Winter's Brew. It might be Winter's Brew, but I'm doing it with similar, if not called for DMC. All right, I'm just going to show you all the DMC because look what a hot mess it is. So there we go. And now I'll show you what I've done. It's not much. Just the E and the little duck there. So yeah. That'd be good to finish Easter this year, and then I can do another one next year. Oh, I guess my other ones I have fully finished. Yeah, so they're in with my spring decor. That's what they are. Well, that's good. See, I do finish some things. I just like, my attention span is not good. So I start something, I love it, and then once the season's done, I always didn't feel like stitching on it. I think I might be better about that this year, but so I would put it away. I'm hoping my system, which I'll talk about in my last video, is going to help me with that. But yeah, and then I get distracted. I see something else. And okay, so this has 2 in it. Well, really more than 2, but let's put this one in the bag. So this one is Humble Honey by Hands On Design. And I am stitching it on that same fabric because I have this from Hobby Lobby, this check. Pretty sure that's where she got it from. But what did I do? I added, let me see here. I think it's an aqua blue in the little flowers here and outlining the honey, and I changed it to more of a Delft kind of blue that goes with my kitchen. So I think I changed it to this. Oh wait, they're a mess, but they are on a ring. One of them is not. Let me put that one back on. Well, actually 2 of them. There's a white. No rhyme or reason with my floss, but there we go. All right, and this is so, oh my gosh, this is not even started. Okay, so this is not a WIP. We're gonna put that aside. I must have thought I would start it after this other one. Sometimes I do that, like I put all the B ones together and I figure I'll start them after, but it's not even started. Yeesh. Okay, moving on. This one I know is. So Erin Elizabeth came out with this series of patterns last year, the year before, I think the year before. So this one is lavender, and then there's this little one, and then there was the bee farm, and they all go together. So I want to stitch them all. I have this one done. I think it's on here, and I think I even ordered this finishing piece. I think I ordered all these finishing pieces actually, and lavender honey. So I've done this one. I'm working on this one, and then I'll have to do that one. This also does not have very organized floss. Always when it was DMC, I just would throw it in the bin. But now that I use the Flossway bags, it's more organized because I can just stick, I'm loving that. I can just stick them in a Flossway bag, but I haven't done that with all these ones that I haven't opened in a while. Okay, do I know what this is called? No. But it is a piece of, it's a full yard or a half maybe of, last time I was in Color and Cotton Club, I was in their Lugana, 32 count Lugana, which their 32 count Lugana is almost like a 36 to me. It's really tight. But anyway, I have this whole big piece, And you can see I finished the Honeybee Farm or whatever it was. Let me show you that one first. It's so pretty. And I'm using the call for DMC for this. Sorry. So I just have this like this because I'm going to do them all in the same piece. So that's done, I'm pretty sure. I'm always afraid that you're going to be like, oh, wait, no, you didn't finish. Yeah, I think it's all done. Yeah, I think it is. And then I started the lavender, but that I just have the frame done. These WIP parades are fun because they make you remember what you were working on and like want to work on it again. So there's the frame. Yeah, so now I just have to fill in the lavender. This was a lot smaller. When I looked at this picture, I thought that this lavender would be bigger, but yeah, that shouldn't take too long. The letters will be quick and then you just got to fill in the flowers. Yeah, that does not look like it would take too long. So, and here are the flosses. I'll try to lay them out here. Really pretty. So, all right, and that is it for all my spring. So I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to get my reproduction samplers together, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. All right, so spring WIPs, I had put how many are in the container, so there was 14, but I didn't start my Humble Honey, so there was really 13. I feel like, oh, 2. So there's, did I put, let me see, Let's Talk Spring. I think I did put that in there too. So actually, there was only 12. Yeah, I put those in. I thought I had started those. So 14 minus 2. So there's only 12. So I have 2 less. Okay, here are all my reproduction samplers, which I have really fallen off this bandwagon. I have not been stitching them at all. And I need to get back to it. Okay. So these I have 16. At various degrees of finishing. I think with these, well, I'll talk it in after part 3, what I'm going to do to try to be more consistent and get these finished. And then we'll see if it works. All right, I love this one, but it's a biggie. This is Heloise Cornu, 1896. I started this for my birthday years and years ago. So I've been stitching, I figured out, I believe, since October of 2019. And so I think I've been stitching about a year when I started this because I was like, ooh, all these reproduction samplers. This is the first one I ever started, I believe. And it's huge. And this year I had a milestone. I finished the top row finally. I just love these pink roses, but they're also intimidating. But actually, when I stitch on them, I love it, and they're not hard. I really take my time, and anyway, I'm doing it with a Vera Soie, Soie d'Alger. There's only, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's only 11, so it was nice thing to use silk for. And I'm doing it on 36 count. I want to say cream and sugar, I think. And let's see if I can show this on this board. I may have to do it sideways. I love all things French country. So all of Reflets des Soirs, I think that's how you say it. I love their stuff. Okay, so the top row is done, and I'm starting to move down the left side. Look up real close. Those roses are so pretty. So yeah. So I think when I pick this up again, I'm going to go back and forth between the rose border and starting the alphabet here. So that I can get a little bit of that in. But it's going to be a showstopper when it's done someday. And of all my reproduction samplers, this one will get done. Unless, you know, God says otherwise and something happens to me. But because this is my favorite. I love it. Right. Okay, and this one, oh, I I stopped because I wasn't loving the red. I need to get over that. This is Mary Snow by Hands Across the Sea Samplers. And yeah, I don't know what it is with me in red. I just don't love red. And some things I do. I think I didn't love it with this green. It almost looked too Christmassy, and I really didn't want it to look Christmassy. I really love the swans, so I wanted to do the swans. So I think what my plan was, I was going to rip out this red. Here's what I've done. And change the red to a deeper blue that went with this light blue. So I think I'll like it a lot better then. And I'm sure, I know most people love red. You're probably like, you're nuts. But I just don't love it. So I switched out, yes. So these are Vicky Clayton silks on the spools. And I switched out whatever the red was for a woad blue. It's this color blue. So I think that'll look good. It goes nice with, so here is some of the other blues that are in it. And I think, well, it's hard to see. I think it coordinates nicely with those. Let's see if I get them lined up. Is this the same one? Oh no, that's a gray. That's not a blue. Never mind. Is it a blue? It might be. I don't know. I'm not sure if this aqua is actually in it. Maybe I pulled two. Hold on, let me look here. Let me look. How many blues are there? Blue, green, light, blue, green. Yeah, there's only a light and a dark. Okay, so, but how many reds? Oh, that's right. I'm switching out the reds. Jesus. There's a Christmas red and there's a terracotta. So yes, I think I was thinking, so there's like a light red and a dark red. So I think I was switching those out for these two. Which is Jewel Weed 3161 and Woad Blue 2413. And I love those. So that's what I'm going to do. So I might leave this one out and get that red ripped out and just try it and see how it looks. So here's my plan. I know I'm going to talk about it at the end, but I think what I'm going to do is pick one sampler per month off my wheel and work on that for a month. And that'll be a nice, really organized way to do it. Okay. Oh, this might be the first one. I think Reflects de Soie was the first one, but this might, I don't know. But this is when I started this earlier in my stitching. Eliza Martha Linfoot, because I had a stitch along, so I thought, let me start it. And I love what I have done, but I love those little deer. I just haven't gotten back to it. I love the symmetry of it. I love when things are symmetrical. Yeah. WIP parades are fun because they make you want to stitch it all again. Okay. So this is all called for DMC. And I'm doing it, I think, on the called for fabric. Let's see. It's like a chocolatey color. I think that's part. I didn't love the color of the fabric, but it looks nice with it. Yeah. Legacy Linen Swiss Cocoa in 30 count. Or is it Filbert in 38 count? I'm not sure. I feel like this was 38 count. But it looks like Swiss Cocoa, what I would think Swiss Cocoa looked like. So it's one of those. I'm just not sure which. Yeah, this might be a 30. Yeah, this might be a 30 count. So I think it is the Swiss Cocoa, which means it's going to be like 16 by 16, almost 17 by 17. But that looks like a rectangle there. That's interesting. Yeah, but it's a square. Huh. Doesn't that look like rectangular? But let's just be the picture. Okay. I had a good bit of this done. I had a good start. Ooh, did I get the whole? No. So I had almost the whole border done, like the outline of it. I just have to finish that. I should do that. And then look at all that. That is so pretty. Here are all the DMC. Yeah. Oh, so pretty. Just needs to be I need to retire, but then I won't have the money to do all this. That's the catch, right? It would be great to just be able to stitch all day, every day. And I have been in such a quilting rut. All my quilting friends, I'm so sorry. I've started watching a lot of quilting videos because that usually gets me out of my rut and makes me want to quilt. I plan later today, or maybe tomorrow morning, but I'm hoping later today to work because my sewing room is a disaster after Christmas. So I plan on cleaning that all up and trying to not reorganize because it's pretty organized, but just clean it up, put everything away. So that I feel like quilting again. I really haven't done anything since around Thanksgiving time. Okay. All right, this next one I started for a stitch along. I think it was for somebody's birthday, maybe. Oh my gosh. Laura and I'm blanking. I'm totally blanking, but I think it was for a stitch along for one of their birthdays. Blank on their names. You know who I'm talking about. Laura the cereal starter. And I'm just blanking on the other lady who does it with her. You're all yelling it at me. When you get on camera, sometimes you completely blank about things. It'll come back to me. But I think it was her birthday, so I started this. It is Elizabeth Isles. I don't have much of a start at all. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. I'm so sorry. I can't remember. Oh, look at this pathetic little start. This is on gorgeous fabric. I don't know what this fabric is, but it is beautiful. I kind of wish I knew. Okay, so I am doing the Vicki Clayton. Brenda. Oh, there we go. Brenda and Laura. I think it was Brenda's birthday. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm remembering right now. And there's my pathetic little start. Look at all those pretty flosses, though. That fabric is so pretty. I wonder what that is. Is that called? It's probably not called for. I don't know. It's 36 count, but I don't know what it is. And here are all the flosses. Kind of springy colors. And I love color coding, so I don't know if you noticed, but they're all color coded, which means I have to order more bags because I keep running out of certain colors. But purple is Reproduction samplers. Black and gray is just regular samplers. Okay, oh, I need to get back on these. I saw somebody post on Instagram this morning her black sampler wall, and I was like, oh, because that's what I'm trying to make, but I've been really bad about getting back to these. So this is going to be one for my black sampler wall. This is Mary Cornwall, 1827. I started this with Lisa from Little Annie Z floss tube. She lives close to here, so we hang out sometimes, and this was for her birthday. We got together and started it, and I haven't worked on it since. But I think it's so pretty. I love the crowns. And I'm trying to do a black sampler wall for my bedroom. Now this is like a brownish black that I'm using. I have this cottage garden, and I hadn't used them at all. It's Ashes to Ashes, which cracks me up because my oldest daughter, Greta, her first word was ashes, which if you know her, it's kind of not surprising, but it's a blacky brown for sure, but it's pretty. I think it's because my mother-in-law used to always sing Ring Around the Rosie with her when she was little, and it's ashes, ashes, we all fall down, which when you know what that's about is just horrific. But anyway, so that was her first word, ashes. And I don't even remember the other two's first word, which is terrible, but I just think I remember that one because it was so funny. Okay. So, love that. I love these protein drinks. I am supremely addicted to sugar and chocolate. And so it shocks me that I love these. But this is the only one I like. I don't like their chocolate one because it tastes like real chocolate. It's OWYN, Only What You Need. And it's their Java double shot, though. And I didn't realize till after I drank a few of these that it has 180 milligrams of caffeine. So it's like 2 cups of coffee. But it also has no sugar, no dairy, no peanuts, no soy, no, like none of the, no creepy chemicals, no artificial sweeteners. It's got 0 added sugars, 20 grams of protein, and it is good. I love them, and they make me feel so good. But I keep trying different ones because I want to find one that doesn't have all that caffeine in it too, for when I don't want to have caffeine, because sometimes I want them at night after I exercise, and I have been drinking those and didn't realize they had all the caffeine in them. So I have the salted caramel to try. I haven't tried it yet. I'll let you know. Okay. This one is Mary Chokes by Hands Across the Sea. It's just a Scottish one. I think that's maybe why I started it. Because I saw her post this and I immediately downloaded it and started it. And I really love Scottish samplers, so I'm wondering if that's why. I don't know, I'm going to have to read through all this and see. No, she was born... Oh. I think it's from Cornwall. I don't know. But anyway, something made me start it. So I'm using the DMC because I just downloaded it and used stuff from Stash. This is some fabric I got at Brick City Cross Stitch when I went down there in Ocala, Florida. It's 36 count linen, Fortnite Fabrics biscuit. Okay. I love when I keep the tag. And when I started it, I got like a very respectable start here, but then I never touched it again. And you know, it's a lot of reds. And I don't totally love that. But I guess it depends on what it's into. Ooh, look, my floss looks really nice. I even have a floss strap on this one. It depends on what other flossers are with the red. Sometimes, like with tomatoey stuff, like tomato, like that Brenda Gervais, I can't get this one to lay right, needle booklet. What's it called? Oh, I don't remember. Okay, let's just do this. I like all those reds, so I don't know what my problem is. But there is my start and progress. Yep. Oh, I want to say welcome to all my new followers. I have gotten quite a few in the last week. So thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. I appreciate all your likes and your comments. Oh, this one's so pretty. Okay, but it's like intimidating once again, like the Reflets de Soie one. My husband got me this for Christmas, so I really need to get to it. And actually, when you look at it, it's not that bad. But it is and it is an Irish one. Cross Stitch Antiques, The Child's Petition, 1845. Mary Walsh of Anglish, County Kilkenny, Ireland. I apparently have a thing for roses. Now I think all that in the middle, all that print is, all that verse is over 1, I believe. So I think my thought was how I would attack it was to do, well here they even show you, they give you the whole border and then they give you the verse separately. Oh, maybe it's not. Is it over 1? I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at it. It doesn't look like it's over 1 on the chart. The chart is huge. I wonder if there's a PDF of this. Like if there's PDFs now of these charts, I'm rebuying them and doing them in PDF. It just makes it so much more worthwhile for me. It does not look like it's over 1, but I can't believe it would fit in there. So I'm gonna have to really read this and look at it. This one is 205 by 245. Over 2 threads. The verse is stitched with 1 thread over 1 thread of linen in a half cross or continental stitch on the original. You may choose to do a full cross over 1 thread depending on your choice of linen count. Okay, so it is over 1. So yeah, because I remember thinking I should do some of the border and then I should start doing some of that verse because that's going to kind of be a lot. So I am doing this on 36 count vintage sand dune. I think this came in the kit. Yeah, I got this as a kit. Or my husband got it for me as a kit. And it's all the Veriswap. This is like really nice stuff. I need to get back to this. I have one of my I made these little floss drops one time when I was going to Hobby House for that Nicola retreat. I made these to give to people. But here's all the Veriswap. Pretty pretty. And I have a ridiculously teeny weeny start on this one. I'm not even sure. Where did I start? Let me look. It's like a rosebud. Oh, I think I did start in the top left today. Maybe. I need to figure out where I started. Or it might be the top right. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to show it to you like it's the top left, and we'll figure it out later. But there's my little start. But oh, the floss looks gorgeous on that fabric. Really pretty. There's a lot of hers I would love to do too, but I haven't even looked at them in a long time because I don't want to be tempted since I have this giant one to do. And it is big. How big did I say it was? 205 by 245. Yeah. But no bigger than all the like things I just started for New Year's. I started all giant ones. But I have a plan for rotations. And I'm going to use my wheels. It's going to be a combination of those. I'm actually not going to do WIP Go now. I've decided. I'm going to use the Tiny Decisions app and weekly stitching rotation and try that for January and see how I like it. Well, I know I love the wheels, but the stitching rotation. Okay, what are we at here? Oh, we're only at 20 minutes. Oh, that's because I restarted. Okay, I was going to say, that can't be right. All right, this one was a Threads of History Club, and I wasn't in it then. But someone was selling this on Instagram, so I got it because I really liked it. It is Bertha Mae Brown by Chessie and Me. I'm assuming this is a real reproduction sampler because it's Threads of History. But I loved all the pinks in there. Now, they're not as bright a pink when you pull the flosses as I thought, but they're still really pretty. And this came as a kit, so I'm using those. So this is 36 count old gold linen by Fiber on a Whim. And I have a ridiculously small start, but I'm going to work on this February for Valentine stitching because this one seems Valentine-ish to me. Look at that. It's not even any full crosses. It's all like half stitches. Was I going to do the border in a half stitch? I guess. I don't normally do that, so I don't know what I was thinking there, but yeah, you can't even see it. There we go. And this one's only 107 by 2. Oh, I shouldn't say only by 258. It is really long. But width-wise, not bad. And there's the flosses. It's Classic Colorworks and a couple weeks. So yeah. But I'm going to work on that in February. I'm talking about spinning the wheel, but there's some I want to work on in certain months. So we'll see. If I just let the wheel tell me what to do, or if I ignore it and do what I want sometimes. Okay. Oh, I have a lot of hands across the sea. Okay, so this one, I do really love the colors of this one. This is Rose Ada Featherstone. And there is a blessing sampler on the back here. Maybe I'll do this one. I was looking for a blessing sampler, but a really little one to do. Jane Elizabeth Milner, that I thought I'd do in black. So we'll see. Okay. This one, yeah, I have a good amount done on this one. Because I love when I get the whole outline of the border. That just makes me feel like so much more relaxed about it all. Just the outline usually, because that would be not hard to pull out if I don't line up. This one I think lined up perfect, which usually I'm like a half stitch off, but I usually just leave that. Okay, and I love the colors in this one. They're just such bright, pretty colors. Sampler colors usually are a little more dull, but oh, look at that pink. It's got a pink. I'm happy. I'm okay with the red as long as it has a pink in it, I think. But here is my progress. This is on 36 count something. This was a kitted project, so whatever the called for is what it's on, I'm sure. Yeah, really pretty. Let me see if I can tell you. There's so much writing in her books that sometimes I have a hard time finding the linen. I don't think it says. Okay, I don't know. Oh, this one I'm really enjoying. I need to get back to it. So I don't, let me see if I have a picture. Yeah, I do. Do I have a picture to show? Is it just the, yeah, I think I do. Maybe. This is Hannah Atwater by Mama Loves You GB, Michelle. She has an Etsy, here it is, an Etsy store. And I'm doing it on, through Markup XP. And let me pull it up. I can tell you where I am. I think this one I might have, I don't know. I might have started and restarted. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Ooh, this one I have a card. This is on 40 count hogs bristle. Yeah, I think I started it on 36 count and was going to run out of room on whatever I started on. I think. I might be wrong, but I think so. And I even erased and wrote this 40 count in, so I think so. And it's with the Roxy Flossco conversion. At the time, I remember they offered a conversion for it where you could do the DMC, and I chose to do that. So yeah, this is 40 count hogs bristle. Ooh, I have the whole outline of the border done. I had forgotten that. Yay! So it looks like I've been working on the border, filling in the other parts of it, and then starting the words at the top. Here are the pretty flosses. There's a pink in here that does not belong. I don't know why that's there. Okay. So here's my progress. Look at that. Yeah, that's really fun. That's a big one. I love the flowers though, because I feel like you can do a motif, do a letter, and you feel like you've kind of accomplished something. So I did the outline of the border, obviously, and then I've been filling all these guys in. And it does some dark brown, and then it changes the green for the outline. If you're thinking it looks like a different color, it is. So, could you imagine if I tried to do this all at once and this is only my second box? Oh my gosh. Okay, this is one I'm stumped on. This one could get put aside in another bin for a while. I love it, but it's just so huge. So this is Louisa Barney, 1892. Yeah, I love I think like maybe I should just do the bottom. But I really do like it all. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. Let's see. I think I'll leave it in for now, and then when it gets called, I'll see how I feel about it. I am doing it with a call for DMC, and looks like I have some of it on floss drops and some of it I don't. So I'll show you the part I do. Must have ran out of floss drops, which is why the Flossway bags I love, because they're cheap compared to either way cheaper even than these floss drops. And I just like, for some reason, this seems like it would be easier. I just like getting it out of the bag better, and then I can just shove the extra pieces back in. So this is on a giant piece of Week something. Not Tin Roof. I can't remember the name of it. I can never remember the name. And I think I started on the top left. Yes, so I started up here and I'm working my way down. And this is a lot of confetti stitching. I think that's why I kind of wasn't loving it. But once again, I was always like, oh, I want to get it done. I want to get it done just so I can put it up. And now I'm kind of changing to, oh, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy stitching it. And when I get it done someday, I get it done. So there's my progress. And the colors are really pretty. I love how vintagey it looks on this fabric that I cannot remember the name of. But if you go to my Instagram post, I list all the fabric, usually, what I used so that I can remember. And this one won't be this whole size, but it'll be pretty close. But it would be so pretty in my bedroom. What's next? Well, we're getting down there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Okay. I don't know why I stopped. Well, I kind of know why I stopped working on this one, but it's silly. Okay. So this is Annie Baylis, 1887, by Hands Across the Sea, God Save the Queen. This down here was worrying me. Like, I'm not sure how to do that stitch down there at the bottom. But I just need to get to it and figure it out. It can't be that hard. I forget what they call it. There was a name for that stitch. It's just the running stitch? I don't know, but I'll figure it out, so I just need to do it. All right, I am stitching this on, I believe, Cream and Sugar. Yeah, oh, I have the tag, yay. 36 count Cream and Sugar. With Gloriana, I think it's called Holiday Blue. Really pretty. Obviously, I changed it from red to blue. I usually do that. If it's a red sampler, I change it to a blue sampler. Oh, it's so pretty. But there's a lot of over 1 in this one, too. So the smaller alphabets are over 1. But here's my progress. Not bad. I haven't stitched on this one in ages. So pretty for my blue sampler wall. I need to get back to that. Yep. Definitely need to get back. Hold on, another drink. So today's the second. Yesterday I started taking down all my Christmas stuff and I'm almost done. So I gotta go finish that. Okay, this one I started a while ago and I did not, let's see, what's my start like? It's so. Not bad. I started on the border. Let me see, where did I start? This is another French one. This was somebody's birthday start. And I'm blanking. I can picture her face and I'm blanking on her name. She was at the retreat we went to in Texas. She's a floss tuber and has an Instagram. It was just there. I just had it. Oh my gosh. I'm totally blanking. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I'll think of it as I go along. Oh gosh, it's so, you know when a name is so on the tip of your tongue? Duh, like I'm hoping I'm going to see it here on my Instagram. Okay, well, if I don't think of it this time, I'll come back and tell you later. Brooke, Stitching by the Brook, I think it is. Yes. So I think she started this for her birthday, and it was right before, I think, the retreat. So I was like, oh, I'll start it with her. I don't even know if she knows I started it with her. But it's Angelina Angua. I'm not sure I can say that. I took French. I should remember that. 1889. And it's just a bird and just really pretty French sampler. But I'm trying to see where I started. I usually start in the top left, which I think is what I did. Did I? I'm not sure, but I think I did. I think I started in the top left. And I am using DMC, and this is, ooh, I have the tag. Let me tell you what the fabric is. This is Gray Snow fabric, 36 count coconut milk, and this was from when I was in her linen club, but I canceled that. Really pretty colors. Nope. Well, no, there's a little pink, a peachy pink in it. So, let's see if I can hold all this. Here is the DMC. And here is my little start. I think I did the page 1 outline of the border, and then I started filling the leaves. But Normally I would add a little more pink in there, but I don't know. I think I'm going to go with these colors. Can't have everything have pink in it, right? Or can you? I could. I didn't change it yet. I could change those peachies to pinks. We'll see. I might, because I don't want to show you the chart, but in the chart they look pink. And I really like that. So I might change those to pink. All right. Next is, oh, I love this one. And I think I only have a teeny weeny start on it. And this is like one I think about often that I want to get back to. Oh my gosh, please tell me. Okay, yeah, a really teeny. For a minute, I thought I didn't even start it. Really teeny start. But something about this one. I think because it has a pinky red in it. It's Whilst Iris Snaps Designs, Agnes Lyle, 1832. I just think that's really pretty. And I have all the call for, I think it's Weeks, mostly Weeks. Yeah, and there's a pretty pink in it. Yeah, that is why I like it. That seems to be the thing. And there's a lot of blues in it. If there's red, if there's a pink and a red, like this pink or a light pink, I like the red. It makes me like the red better. But this is a pathetically small start. A little better than Bertha May, but not much. So yeah, I'll be excited when I spin that one on the wheel. It's on 36 count because I do all my samplers pretty much on 36 count unless I have to do 40. I try really hard to do 40 because it's a lot harder for me to see. It doesn't say what the model is stitched on. And this is a Scottish sampler reproduction. I like Scottish samplers. Oh, I have a card. Did I write it down? Oh, no, I have it. 36 count R&R Vintage Homespun. Okay, I don't have much R&R because they already weren't making much. They kind of had, like, I started stitching right before the pandemic, and I feel like at the pandemic they kind of stopped. I don't know if they still make fabric. I don't even know because it's so hard to find. I feel like there's that traditional stitches in Canada, like I'll see it on there, so I don't know if they just order from them. I don't really know. I'm sure some of you know. Okay. 2 more. Yep, 2 more. And then we gotta do summer, but summer there's not as many. Oh, I love this one. This one I like to stitch on in March, so I'll probably pull this one out in March. It's Hands Across the Sea, Tom's Foolery. And it was stitched by a young person, I believe. And I just, I taught kindergarten and first grade for most of my teaching career. And I think this child was like, let me see if I can say, I want to say they were that age. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine one of my kids stitching something like this. Does it say? I'll have to read it better. Or that might have been a different sampler, but it looks like a little kid stitched it. It's so cute. Yeah. Okay, but I don't have much done. I'm using the DMC. The colors are so pretty. And I'm doing just a plain cream Zweigart. Sorry. They're leaving. Our workmen here working on the deck. And they're making good progress. But his truck makes a lot of noise. So when he leaves, you can really hear it. Okay, for some reason I have my DMC like this the long way. I don't ever do this anymore, but look how pretty it is. And so once again, I was working on getting the border. This border is actually fun to do because it's just all these diamonds. But that's my progress. Yeah. Once again, haven't worked on this one for quite a while, but I need to, this March, get some more progress on it. All right, last reproduction sampler. I should know what it is, but I don't. Oh, okay. Hemlock and Rye. Okay, Agnes Carnes, 1815 by Hemlock and Rye, which is Julie from Kansas City Girl in the Colorado World. This was another one I pulled as soon as I saw it. It's a Scottish sampler. But I hardly did anything on it. she has another one out for Jane Austen sampler, which I really want. I almost went and bought it right away. I thought, no, I need to get some done on this first, because I just keep doing that. All right, so I did a conversion to weeks. So she gives you, let's see. So it was stitched on 40 count baked clay. I don't know what this is. I don't think it's that. 198 by 273. I need to get this into markup. Yeah, and it's just, these are the DMCs, and I just took this and I pulled these on my DMC thread card, and I just found weeks that kind of matched it. So if you're interested in my conversion, just really messaging me on Instagram is the best way, but you could also comment on the video. And here's my little baby bit of progress. Oh, I love these colors, so I want to get back to this one. This border is cool. Oh, that would be really pretty. I need to get back to it. I had big intentions. I was going to like work on this one until it was done. But I do not know what that fabric is. Okay, so that is all my reproduction samplers. So I'm going to stop the video and come back, and we're going to do summer. Okay, I'm back. Now we're on to summer. So here's my summer bin. Not as much as the rest. There's, well, maybe about the same, 15. The yellow are all just regular, summery, beachy kind of stuff. The blue is patriotic. I'm not going to show the patriotic because I haven't stitched on it, and there's not that much to show. And I'll be honest, I can't do it without ranting. This is my second time filming, and I just went on a rant the first time about the state of our country. So we're just gonna look at the regular summer. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let's go. All right, so first, oh, I love this one. Seaworthy by Teresa Kogut, right? Yeah. And I started the Seaworthy sampler, but there's also these little mermaids and this mermaid, and I would love to do all of it for my bathroom downstairs. I started this last summer. I do not know what this fabric is. I need to figure it out. I feel like it's from Roxy Floss Co. That's just what I'm thinking. But I really like it. And I think I'll be able to fit other stuff on this because there's a lot left. This sampler really isn't that big. At my retreat last year I went to in Texas, I got, I worked on this a lot. I got a lot done. I didn't get nowhere near finishing it, but a good bit. This is all DMC with, it's the called for, but you know, she often does like a weeks or two and then DMC. So that's what this is. And here is my progress. It's really cute. And I think this fabric is so pretty. It's just like a, it's pretty true where it's reading. It's just a medium, kind of slightly grayish mottled blue. So yeah. Okay, this one is another Stitching with the Housewives roundabouts. I like to do sunflowers in August, right before I'm heading into Halloween. So I started these ornaments. Now, these are roundabouts, and I like the idea of using them as ornaments, but they are kind of big for that. So here I have this one finished and this one started. So I was thinking with the snowman ones I want to do about trying to stitch them on like a 36 count, and I wonder how small they would be. So I need to figure that out. Or maybe over one on 25, I don't know. Just because I think it'd be nice if they would fit in those little tins from the Fat Quarter Shop, those pie tins. I think that would be nice. So yeah, it is similar to Called For Flosses. Well, actually, it's called Classic Coloring, so it probably is the Called For Floss. But yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I like the way the big ones look. They just weigh the tree branches down a lot. I have a hard time getting them to hang on there nicely without like pulling it down. And what I really want to do is I have a ton of trees, but I have this one white tree that I had up for something right in my family room, like by my stitching area by the window, and it just fits in there perfect and it's not in the way. And it just looks so pretty because it's got the sparkly lights. So I'd really love to have stuff to leave that up all year round. It's not that big. It's really thin, but it is kind of tall. It's not on a table one. So that's what I'm thinking. So we'll see. Okay, here's the one I started of the Let's Talk. It's the Let's Talk Summer. I'm using, they're all DMC. And I am doing this on 32 count charcoal Lugana. I do all of them on. And I usually start with doing all the white, and it looks like that is what I was doing on this one. So there's my progress. I'm wondering what these would look like on the Zweigart Blue Spruce. I don't know. I think I like them on the black. I got that Zweigart Blue Spruce because somebody suggested it for stitching with the housewife patterns that you don't want to put on black. Because in my kitchen, I don't want to put them on black, which I know I've said a bunch of times if you've watched me before. But anyway, so I started a snow one on there, which I'll show my regular WIP parade. Okay, this one is another one of my Stitching with the Housewife series. It is monthly weigh in July. And I am wondering, I have to take this down and measure it because the fabric looks too small. Why I would have cut this, I don't know. So here's the pattern, okay? Now it says it should be finished size approximately 6 by 7. Do I have a ruler here handy? I don't know, I'll have to measure this later because, so it'd be 6 wide by 7 tall. This looks just 6 wide. I wonder if I accidentally cut it. Oh my gosh. See, that does not look like enough room. So this one might be a restart. Oh, that is, if I have to restart it, I'm just going to make this like a little pillow. I'll take this part off because that was so much stitching. So I'm going to keep this one out and go down and check. That'd be really dumb of me if that's what I did, but I don't see how that can work. It looks so small. Okay, put that one in the desk. This one is another Stitching with the Housewives series. Calendar crates August. So I have from October, I think, to February done. And I have May done because I did that because it's like a quilt, a house with quilts. And so I can keep that up all year round, you know, if I don't have the other months done. But I need to do March, April, June, July, August, and the September one is pumpkins. I thought I might do that for, actually no, there is a November one too, so no, I probably won't do the September one because I do Halloween right in September. But yeah, so I'm doing all of these on Fiber on a Whim 28 count Night Sky, and this is the called for floss, I believe, or very similar to called for. And there is my progress. Just got the house done. Excuse my dog, she's very barky today. Okay, this one is the Agnes Platt Strawberry Sampler book by Blackbird Designs, and I would love to do all of these. I think they're all really cute. This is called the B-Skep, I believe. Yeah. There's the name. I'm going to show you the chart. Yeah. This is, ooh, I don't know what this looks like, a 32 count or possibly even a 28 count. This one's fairly old. I started it quite a while ago. And it is with the, oh, I feel like I've just sneezed. I think it's what the called for. If it's not called for, it's super similar to called for. But I think it's called for. So there's my progress on that. Oh. Actually was having fun doing those bricks. And I thought I want to get the brick house done because then I think the rest of it's pretty easy. You know, obviously the brick house is the biggest part. So, yeah. Cute, cute. I was actually dreading doing this WIP parade, but I'm having fun actually because it's just so many. Okay, so our last number one. Okay, this is Little House Needleworks, Take Me Out to the Ballpark. And I almost thought about, you know, putting this away and not working on it anymore. But I think I'm going to keep going. It's really cute. I love football. And I like sports. Like, I like going to baseball games and I like going to basketball games, but I don't really love watching them on TV. But I keep trying. So last year I started this while we were watching the Braves, hoping I could get myself into watching the games. Didn't really work. I don't know. I just find them way too long for my taste, but I don't have the attention span for baseball apparently. But I keep trying. Okay, and here we go. Got the words done. I'm loving the blue I picked for the words. These are similar to called for, but not all exactly called for. And then I started the field here, which is a lot of stitching because you got to do like this curve of all the brown like dirt, and then the grass. So that's what I was working on. So yeah, cute one though. All right, so that is all my summer besides my patriotic, which okay. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you've lasted this long, I think this is still way too long, even though I haven't done them all. So today, actually, so this will be uploaded by Saturday, the 3rd, and then I had hoped to do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I don't think this is going to get uploaded until tomorrow. And then I'm going to do another one tomorrow. I might try to do both parts tomorrow and just upload them Saturday, or another one on Saturday, another one on Sunday, or something like that. I don't know. But they'll be coming. 2 more parts will be coming. So if you lasted this whole time, thank you so much for joining me and hanging out with me while I go through my WIPs. And thank you for all the subscribes, the likes, the comments. I really appreciate it. I enjoy talking to you in the comments. It's fun. So we'll see you in part 2. Bye.